Doing some more yapping on them goddamn phone calls, man. But they just leaked another jail phone call of Thugs, and he addressed Smirk. He was saying, or at least at that time, Dirk was acting funny. Like, you know what I'm saying? One clearing verses or responding to Thug hella late and shit like that. You know, hopping online saying Thug this, Thug that. But you ain't really displaying that behind the scenes like it's really cap. And Thug goes on to say in this phone call, like, bro, I did a lot for Third. You know what I'm saying? I rocked with him and threw him alley oops when his career wasn't really popping for real at one point. You know what I'm saying? So for him to kind of be moving different with me or being a little funny, I ain't fucking with him. I ain't really feeling that shit. Like with the whole Kendrick shit, I wasn't digging that. I was like, no, bro, you being entitled. You just being salty and shit. You trying to throw some smut. Although you damn near begging for his, for his feature and shit like that. But when it come down to dirt, I understand. I understand in a way because Thug played a good part in Dirk going over that hump. Y'all know Dirk already had his little motion going and shit like that. But his career got to a certain point where it was very stagnant. Like it wasn't really making no humps and shit like that. Like, and that's a testimony for Dirk in the same sentence. Like for him to go up and then shit get a little shaky and then to be able to go over that hump again. That usually doesn't happen for most artists, but that did happen for Dirk. And Thug played a good part in that. Shit, I remember when Thug was doing songs with Dirk, like 2016, 2017, and that was during them years Dirk was kind of stale. Like it was a little stagnant, wasn't really shit popping. And shit, Thug kind of took him under. That's where that infamous picture come from. It looked like he helping him with his homework and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like Dirk ain't really started picking back up until like 2019 when he had the little blonde dreads and shit. He ain't really started picking back up until then. And Thug was shit rocking with him before that. You know what I'm saying? And helped him push him up to that point again. Dirk on a different level now though. Like he doing songs with Cole and Drake and shit. You know who you think he go send a faster verse to? Who you think he go pick up the phone faster for? Right? Somebody who on a higher level than him. It's a little fucked up, but it is what it is. Dirk on Thug level now. Like he supposed to be pioneering and opening, creating spaces for the guys that's coming up under him. So it's just much different nowadays. I know a lot of people ain't been feeling these phone calls from Thug because it just seems like he doing a lot of gossip and he don't have nothing positive to say about nobody, you know. And on one end, I actually appreciate it because we get to see the truth. We get to see the truth and see how motherfuckers really feel. That's why I actually appreciate it. I don't agree with everything he's saying, but I actually appreciate it because whatever's been put out there for the public, it's like polished and shit. But it be a total different story behind the scenes, and we able to get a little bit how people feel about shit behind the scenes with these little leaked phone calls or whatever in these conversations. Y'all gotta understand, Thug was fighting for his life at that point. Like, so he got all the time in the world to just speak his truth. I ain't what I'm being happy for. When I got some positive, fuck all that shit. Like I'm gonna speak how I really, really feel right now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not all the way mad at it and shit like that. And I be like I told you, I be wanting to hear these conversations. I be want to know what really goes on behind the scenes. Like I want to know what he got to say about Future. I want to know what he got to say about Lil Baby and whoever else. These supposed to be like his peers and stuff like that. But shit don't always be peaches and cream. Shit don't always be gravy. You know what I'm saying? So I actually appreciate these phone calls. I hope more of them gets leaked. It may ruin a lot of relationships for Young Thug, but hey, you know what I'm saying? He should have thought about that shit before he got the yapping on them phone calls, man.